See it out. I don't know if it's this light. God damn, it's dark in here now. Shit. Or it's just my freaking thing is dirty. Everything looks blurry and fucking weird. Why are these lines here? Is this my screen? My camera? Why is that looking like that? What shitty ass? What the fuck, dude? Why does it look like that, man? Hold on. I'm trying to make these videos so I can watch when I'm a millionaire off XRP, but this shit ain't working out. Huh? Blurry ass shit, dude. Fuck. Got some alcohol in. Clean that shit up. Damn. Wow, what a fucking difference, dude. Alcohol, dry napkin. And that's that alcohol they use for like to clean electronic rigs. So that shit is 99% pure isopropyl alcohol. So that shit is it's the mad note. Let's see. Anyways, what up, Saul? How are you? I say that because I should be the only motherfucker watching this. Because I don't expect anyone to see this. I don't expect anyone to share this. I do this for my own possession. But whoever does end up popping up on this channel somehow, hello, hi, what's up? This is strictly for educational purposes for like my son later on in the future. If you can meet me in this area. All right, we'll get back to that later. All right, I'm busy. Anyways, okay, cool. So let's so I want to look into one dude who I usually follow. He's pretty accurate with what's going on because he goes by the charts. If you listen to an investor who doesn't go by the history of the charts, then what's the basis of his knowledge? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, I don't know, man. It's hard to correlate a fucking, you know, a symmetrical. Is this? That's crazy. This lighter looks black with these glasses on, but it's blue. Even looks black and that's crazy. These things are strong, man. $20 on Amazon. You get two. You can pick black, clear, whatever. Super cool, man. If you're always in front of a screen, I suggest you get these because as you grow older, your eyesight degrades, just like everything in your body. So, anyways, let's get back to business. Let's find this video right quick. Shabam Bamboozle. There we are.
Everybody, some people cannot go to sleep. As of right now, with all the evidence we have on the markets, I'm going to tell you everything. It's not happening. What do you mean, Oscar? It's not happening. Take a look at this. I want to buy the dip. I want to buy the crash. I want to buy the correction. We really didn't have a big correction, guys, in the last couple of days. What everyone in the live and expectations of a deeper over 10% correction, it's not happening right now. Ethereum, XRP, going down, guys. You check Bitcoin dominance at 60 from 66 or so, and you see altcoin index going up. What does that mean? Altcoin season. The big, sexy, and much awaited altcoin season. And just look at the chart that I'm showing you on the screen. So
I haven't seen this video, by the way. So like usually I'll just play random stuff, like random videos that I think that once I watch the first like few seconds, I'm like, okay, it's this guy again, blah, blah, blah. He's pretty smart. So boom. And I'll just go straight to the live. So that's why if you see me doing weird faces and shit, it's because sometimes these people say some weird shit, So let's get back to it.
Oh, it's really good news for people who wanted to see the price of XRP go much higher. And everybody's saying we're going to see 4,000 Ethereum. I'm going to show you this, which Pengu is another one that is crushing it.
This is Pod 5,
Fuck off.
the first fully immersive sleep system. Intelligent, adaptive, effortless. It doesn't replace your bed, it transforms it. Pod 5 listens and responds to your needs in real time, adjusting temperature, elevation, and sound.
All while adding fucking radiation to your body while you sleep. Isn't that fucking great? It's got to be a fucking signal from the fucking bed to the fucking thing that controls the temperature or the CIs or the whatever the fuck or the firmness. Stop with that fucking wireless shit, man. Those waves that fucking travel from the phone to this, to this, to that, all that shit gets absorbed into your fucking body and disrupts your DNA. Fuck, I'm so sick of these motherfuckers coming up with stupid shit to trick Americans that, hey, I'm going to make your life more convenient now, but in 20 years, you're going to be a decrepit, old, crippled piece of shit. How is that beneficial to me, dude? Fuck, I'm trying to kick the coffee and the weed. These are the last two fucking habits I have. Coffee and weed. And like, I try to buy the cleanest creamer, cleanest coffee. And obviously, I get my blood from a licensed fucking facility in California. They mail it to me. So, it even comes with batch numbers, dates, and all that stuff. Cultivation IDs, all that stuff. So, I try to do the best I can with the worst things in my life. So, let's get back to it.
Going all in before it's too late. I posted this a couple minutes ago. 3,800 Ethereum, 119 Bitcoin. Finally, Bitcoin moving, but just check. Less than 1%, 1.44, 1.84. And the top, Pengu 22, Jasmine 14. You see that? See that? Pump.fun getting collapsed, getting clapped. Look at the trending coins. Solana and more. So it's so good, guys. It's so good to see XRP in the leader on the leaderboard.
Excuse me.
And that it's a great refreshing, mentality of if you bought XRP at 50 cents, $1, right now you're crushing it because the price people are buying, more news are coming in.
Yeah.
And let's discuss. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button and consider subscribing to the channel, turn on those notifications, because in the last 10 minutes that I was here ready to make this video, we went from 3.56 to 3.60. So people are buying, and if I show you the 1 hour, look at this. We're about to break the 3.65 XRP as I'm speaking right now to you. Crazy, guys. This is really sending. If you are looking to buy XRP before we break 3.65, which is could be in just a matter of a few minutes, join me in the first link down below. I want to show, I'm gonna keep this view so you see it, because maybe we're going to have another retracement and we're going to go back to 350 or so. Who knows? Because that's crypto. But join me. First link down below. Get your 10% bonus.
If you guys don't know what a retracement is or a retractment, supposedly, it's when a cryptocurrency or any kind of currency, anything that holds value. All right. So retrace. Look at the word, right? Retrace, right? Which is to trace again, right? Basically what that means is, let's say Bitcoin, when Bitcoin was at $20,000, boom, 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 20,000, they went up, 25, 27, and then pumped all the way to 60, never came back. Now, a retracement would be when Bitcoin comes back to that value. So it'll drop back to around $20,000 per coin, per asset. So that's what a retractment or a retracement is. So usually they say retracement, but I've heard people say that, most people would say retract. Bitcoin's going to retract soon, whatever, blah, blah. It's going to be a bull market and a bear market, blah, blah, up and down. But that's with cryptocurrencies and all types of any kind of currency exchanges, any kind of currency exchanges always have retracements, always, because of the fact that, they always there's always money coming in and then money being spent. So people invest and then it goes up, boom, 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 right? It pumps. And then it stays at that. And then when people say, let's sell ours, those little small percentiles of losers who sell their shares to make a quick profit, which lose in the end anyways, that's what makes the value go down. In order for a coin to have value, it needs to have lots of engagement. So a lot of people have to be putting money into it, using the source, using the technology that they offer, etc. So retracements are 100% normal. So basically, a retracement would be like if XRP, look at XRP right now is at $3.54. It's right here. Wait, this is my holding. I want to buy the actual asset. So yeah, XRP's at. Let me try to move it like this. Whatever. I don't even know how people do that, but it's at $3.54 currently, and market cap is at 211 billion. Fuck off. That's crazy. And listen, the all-time high for XRP is $3.84. Bro, like, we're hitting 354 today, and the market's down. It's in the red. So, like, I don't know. I tried to tell people about this a long fucking time ago, man. You know, let me see. I can tell you the exact date, because Uphold is the only account I've ever had with XRP in it. I've actually had XRP in a different account, but I forgot the phrase. I forgot the fucking seed phrase or whatever the fuck, so I could never log back into it. Even if I did a fucking call with people, they said, look, we can't do it because you can't prove this and that. I was like, okay, cool, eat shit. So, so let's see. XRP account all the way down. So the first time I ever invested in XRP was March 12th of 2021, and it was $20. $20 gave me 45 XRP, right? And it's funny because after that, I believed in this shit so much that if I could show you with no fucking blurriness or anything, I would show you. But March 12th, 2021, $20 investment. April 3rd, which is literally the next month, I threw in $54. And that was April 3rd. April 5th, 2 days later, I dumped $500 into it. And $500 gave me 565.10 XRP, right? So 565, right? 565. Let's remember that. All right. So 500. Open mother fletch. So how much did I say? 565. So 565 XRP coins, right? For $500. Let's go to XRP and try to buy some right now for $500. Let's see what we get. Excuse me. $500. So look, that's me attempting to buy. Or can I find a sweet spot right there? Bam. $500, right? Let's see how many XRP it gives you. Ha. 137. 137. So, oh, that didn't press minus. Whatever. So, anyways, point is, just 3 years ago, you were able to get 565 shares of XRP. And now you can only get 137. And that's because it's at $3. Imagine when it hits $100, which is probably a low number compared to like the contracts that they have lined up with all these financial institutions. It's stupid to not invest in this. Like, my business has been stagnant for a while already because of tax reasons and like the government playing with me. Yo, why is Chipotle calling me? Chipotle? Hello?
Hello, this is Business Verified. Please press 3 immediately so we can get your Google business listing fixed. Our records show your Google business listing may be suspended or not verified through Google. Press 3 to speak with a listing expert so we can quickly figure this out. This will only take a few minutes. Press 9.
They're recording. You heard the bleep, the boop.
Thank you so much for holding. I'm here to assist you with your Google listing. Am I speaking with the owner of the business?
I just needed to know one thing. Why does the number that this comes back to say Chipotle on it? Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, is anyone there?
Can you hear me? Oh, now he's pretending he's deaf. You see that shit? The fucking scammer, dude. Once you start asking crazy questions to these scammers, they either hello, you're breaking up, click. Like, listen, bro. The ID on the call said Chipotle. You saw it. And these guys are calling to say, hey, your business is blah, blah, blah. After I just said that shit, I just talked about my business, and bam, somehow I got a phone call from somebody called Chipotle saying, hey, we need to help you get your business verified. Oh, yeah, sure. Let me just send you all my money and all my information. And hey, well, you're somewhere in India or fucking, where is it that they do a lot of scams again? Fucking Nigeria. There's a lot of scams from India and Nigeria. I don't mean to like, separate those two, but I swear to you, like I remember when I was selling drugs on Telegram, a lot of people were Nigerian and they would do a lot of fraud, but like you would hire them and they were like just good at fraud because they were so good at hiding things, and they were just so like intelligent with like computer stuff and software, and somehow these people in these secluded countries that like people don't think that they have advanced technologies, they're so wrong. Because man, I've had people, you know, message me saying, hey bro, blah 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 blah, and I look up his location and it'll be Nigeria, you know, because I had my own little, you know, team of people that were good with IT and tech and all that stuff just to protect myself. And they would tell me, yeah, he's in Nigeria or in India. And then they'll be like, yo, listen, we do fraud, we steal credit cards, we can cancel bank accounts, we can drain bank accounts, we can do it all. Just tell us what you want to do to somebody. And I'm like, okay, thanks. I mean, it's kind of scary talking to the guy who's capable of destroying someone's life, you know, because what's stopping you from destroying mine? You know what I mean? But back in the day when I was a drug dealer, obviously, like, you know, there's risks you got to take, but there's also ways to protect from having risk. You know what I'm saying? So you would just, you know, you would hire people to have on the team in case someone fucks you over. Make a quick phone call on a fucking foldable Walmart cell phone, bro. Grab a burner and just, hey, bro, this is the person, blah, blah, blah. You send them money through a cryptocurrency exchange that has none of your information on it, and then, bro, either people's money goes missing, they get threats or something. Like, they just, bro, the dark web is crazy as fuck, man. You know, I'm kind of glad I got out of that shit. You know, because it would be addicting, like, to have such power. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can call and get somebody killed if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't want that type of stuff in my phone or, like, in my history of, like, things that I've visited, because they can see all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the dark web is dark, but the phone you use it on is not. Or the computer you use it on is not. I don't give a fuck if you use a VPN or not. They can always find that shit, bro. 1,000%. The CIA always has a back door to access all files, everything, bro. It says encrypted bullshit. But anyways, so we're getting off a little topic here, and I'm halfway through my joint. It's pretty decent shit, man. I like it. So anyways, so yeah, I've been trying to tell people to invest in XRP since 2021. You know, and I'm thankful. I have a homeboy. He used to be my homeboy. You know, he fell off. You know, drugs got the best of him. Poor guy. You know, he ended up even stealing from me. You know, I paid for his mother died, and he couldn't pay his light bill, and I was like $300. And I was like, God damn it, dude, all you do is play Call of Duty all day. You know, now that your mom dies, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Now you're fucking alone as fuck. Just sitting there playing video games rather than trying to work out a plan on how to sell the house and make some money. You know, instead he went the wrong route, used money on drugs, and I paid his light bill like $387. I have it written down somewhere. And this was years ago already. It was like a year or two ago. And he's the one who actually brought XRP into my life. He's like, bro, like, I don't know, I read about this, I read about that. I was looking online and just it just seems too good to be true. So I invested in it. And I was like, oh, well, that's never really a good reason to invest in something. But, you know, I'm kind of glad that God put me in his path so he can show me XRP, because now that I've done my own due diligence and my own homework, like, it's just now retarded of me to have ever doubted him. Now is when I regret the most things in life, because when Bitcoin was at, I think it was $7,000, one of my boys, Danny Furby, he said, bro, you got to get into this Bitcoin shit, blah, blah. And then I was like, dude, what is a Bitcoin? I'm here thinking it's a fucking physical, like, hey, look, I got a Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day with gold and shit, you know what I'm saying? Silver coins, silver bricks, gold bricks, like, you know? But then I figured, you know, what the fuck, man? Like, I want to like know what this is, but I want to understand it before I put $7,000 into something. And, you know, I was young, selling drugs. I liked cash, you know. Fuck, don't sell me shit. Don't cash have nothing, bro. The fuck? If you sell me money, I'm keeping it, and I ain't gonna answer your call no more, bro. Sorry, you cut off. You just left a paper trail of income that I'm not supposed to have, right? So I was smart with it. And then he's like, oh, bro, a lot of drug dealers use this. I'm just like, drug dealers use money online, where the FBI and the CIA just monitor everything. They can't monitor all these cash sales that all these crack houses dump in and dump out. You know what I'm saying? So like that was my safest route. Cash, man. Like fuck all that shit, dude. So he had told me, I remember seeing it at his house. It was like a big old little coin looking thing, and it said $7,000 something and whatever. I was like, dude, bro, I don't see the benefit. Like I didn't understand cryptocurrency at all. This was brand new, you know. And I know Bitcoin was around. Like I remember hearing about Bitcoin when it was at like $100, $200. And I remember there was this one guy going around saying, listen, just put $100 into Bitcoin, but I promise you in 10 years you'll be straight. I'm like, bro, what the fuck am I gonna do in 10 years, bro? With my $100. I'm gonna forget about that shit. Bullshit. My dad could have bought Bitcoin. He said that when he first saw Bitcoin, it was like at 30-something cents, bro. So if my dad would have been more educated, like if it would have been a bigger thing, you know, cryptocurrency or whatever, and like it would have been more normal to know about it. Fuck. Me and my dad and my family would be like kind of like disrespectfully rich. Like it would be unfair to like the rest of the fucking population. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, So I never believed in it. I never trusted it. I was like, bro, a currency that's online, like that I can't even physically hold in my hand or see like in a bank account. It's just a bunch of numbers that are on this big old ocean of electronics. Just, oh yeah, it's secure. How secure? You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't trust it. I believe in science, facts, and if I could see it, I could believe it. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I would have gone into Bitcoin when it was at $7,000 and I'd be a millionaire right now. You know, and as a young little fucking dope boy, I never had anywhere to put all this cash. And like my dumb ass could have dumped all that illegal money into Bitcoin and I'd be a made man. You know, it would be unethical, obviously, but I grew up in Miami. It was just like the norm out here. Like, you know, everybody you meet in Miami sells drugs. Like guaranteed that if you meet a successful person in Miami, majority of the time it's either because of their family sold drugs or they sold drugs. So like, you know, people always judge and shit, but like, you know, when you can't judge someone, you know, for being, you know, incompetent, young, and hungry for money, bro. I was hungry as fuck for money. I didn't want to be poor anymore. I thought selling drugs was the way, and it wasn't, bro. It just I'm not rich. I live in a shitty ass apartment, dude, in Miami. You know, $1,800 a month. You know, we don't have fucking my own parking spot. I don't have fucking half my fucking shit floods, dude. So like, no, am I better than most? Of course, 100%. I haven't worked in like a year. You know what I'm saying? And that's not because of the drug dealing. It's because of the fact that I know what I'm worth. So if I go to a job and they're paying me such and such per hour, I just think about how much money I used to make selling stuff. So I was like, man, should I get into sales? No, because I need to sell a product. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm good at selling a product. I'm not good at like selling a business's infrastructure or like other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So this video became like a fucking autobiography and shit. Fuck, let's get back to the fucking video.
Bonus first time deposits. Sign up. You click here. There's a bunch of videos that will help you. 10% bonus on first time deposit, 40% lower trading fees. They've been in business for 14 years and have a bunch of leverage if you want. So if you're looking for a place that you can trust, BTCC is not perfect like any other exchange, right? But it's a good one that I like. There's also X, there's also crypto.com. I have BitUnex and Weeks. Links down below, guys, where you can get a bunch of welcome bonuses and opportunities, all right? Just wanted to tell you because right now, man, the whole world is watching. XRP, let's see this. Look at this. Nike, the market capitalization. People are already seeing a $4 XRP. Obviously, some people are calling it a 10,000 price, which is insanity, right? But you never know.
Listen, for him to say that that's insanity, I understand this is what he does, and he's a little bit comfortable saying things like that. But you gotta understand, the more money that needs to be moved, the more value that needs to be moved, the more the market capitalization has to be, the higher it has to be. So there's a reason why Bitcoin's coin is so high, because there's so much value being transferred back and forth through so many entities, so many personal wallets, you know. So is it possible? Of course. Bitcoin jumped from fucking $700 to now it's at 120 grand, dude. Like, come on, dude. Like, that's ridiculous, bro. For him to say that one of these coins, who actually have a better processing system than Bitcoin. Bitcoin has super high fees. It takes forever to get your Bitcoin from one wallet to the other, and then they charge you on top of that. XRP can move $10 billion, and here's the best thing. They're on the ODL, on-demand liquidity. They get to use, let's say, if they want to transfer currencies, right? Let's say I have a 10 million yen, you know, 10 million yen, and I want to send it to your wallet, but it's got to be in, you know, it's got to be USD. It'll convert the transaction also while moving the transaction quickly with like 3 seconds. Their rate is like I think 3 to 5 seconds for the transaction to be approved, because what ODL means, on-demand liquidity, means that they have the reserves, they have the money, and they have actually proof of funds. They show you how much money they have and how many tokens they have. They literally show you how much they have, right? So it's like a bank telling you, hey man, come bank with me, you know, your money's safe. Oh, how do I know it's safe? Check this out. Boom, and they FaceTime you with like $100 million in a room. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, fuck, okay, yeah, I'll put my money here. So the fact that they have on-demand liquidity, their transaction times are fucking 100,000% faster than Bitcoin's, Ethereum's, and anybody else's. Let's not even get started on Ethereum's gas fees. Fuck them. I have a little bit of Ethereum, but crumbs. I have like $500 in that shit. So for him to say that it's impossible to reach 10,000 or whatever he said, he obviously, you know, has a fucking full-time job as well, because he doesn't have time to do the research that, yes, you do have to you have to include the transactions. Plus, XRP, in the midst of their lawsuit, in the fucking dead center of the lawsuit, where they were being accused of illegal activity, they gained about 200 contracts. So 200 contracts were added to Ripple XRP while they were being sued, while they were being taken to court. Taken to court. What an idiot. While they were being taken to court. So, dude, when someone's in the middle of a lawsuit, nobody invests, bro. Oh, Walmart's getting sued. Would you invest in Walmart stock? Fuck no. Because when someone gets sued, what happens most of the time? They either lose or it's because they're doing something slimy, right? So, XRP lost so many eyes and like so many investors due to the lawsuit from the SEC. So the SEC kind of ruined it for a lot of people. But for people like me who have faith and like I don't have fear of anything, bro. Like I don't care if I lose money. I don't care if if I put $1,000 here, if it goes away, okay, fuck it. I'll go make another 1,000 real quick. There's no issue. 200 contracts while they were in the middle of their court. Come on, dude. Like that's crazy. Like I think it was Visa, Western Union, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan. I'm talking about big financial names are joining the team and saying, hey, listen, as soon as the court's done, boom, we're in business. So it's already on contract, on paper, on file. They have the contracts with them. As soon as this court case is over, JP Morgan's a fucking bank. You know? That's what a financial institution is, a fucking bank. So, bro, like, I don't even know how to, like, dumb it down. Like, why would you not invest in something that Chase is investing in? It gets me frustrated. Sorry, I got anger problems. But for someone to tell you, hey, invest in this, and then like you see that it's being invested by billionaires, I mean, dude, fuck, come on, bro. Like you just to be someone famous and rich, what do you got to do? You got to copy what they did, right? Copy and paste. Simple. Billionaire companies are investing in Ripple and XRP. Ripple is the company, XRP is the coin, just to be clear. So yeah, man, like it's just dumb, bro. Like all these huge names are investing into XRP and nobody bats an eye. Nobody wants to fucking be a part of it. Okay. I'm sure your boss will take care of your kids when you die, bro.
But what I'm saying, guys, look, my good friend Levi, he's been posting this a lot. $100 XRP, $100 XRP. I mean, that will make, how many people will make, this is like billionaires and millionaires, multimillionaires, right? That $100 XRP, can you believe it, bro? Like, oh, that'll be so good, right? Just with 50 cents, 25 cents pump, so many people are making tremendous money. Now imagine $100. Now, if you go to Ethereum market cap, that is $7 or $8 right now. So let me show you.
I'm going to ask ChatGPT right now, compare yourself to Trade Algo's Trade GPT. What are the key differences? And we're going to see what ChatGPT says about Trade GPT. And you can see that Trade Algo's Trade GPT is scanning through real-time stock market data. ChatGPT does not have access to real-time stock market data. So I would never use ChatGPT to try to find an actionable trade in the stock.
We go to Coin Perspective because we're getting closer and closer and closer to 779. But because Ethereum has also been going up, Ethereum, I mean, it's going higher the price. If Ethereum stays the same and XRP goes up, just stays at 7 or 6 even if Ethereum goes lower. So right now, I think a lot of people are very happy and excited that a mega dip, like I said at the very beginning, is not happening. A mega delicious pumpity dip that, look, this was last week on the 17th, right? Guys, barely 8%. You kidding me? Are you joking? Only 8%? Only 8%? Wow, bro. Like, you think about it. Let me delete this. If we go back to other different pumps from here all the way here, check this out.
Excuse me.
This is 11, 10%. And from here to here, that is an 8%. So we've been doing 8%ers, 8%ers, 8%ers. This was another one in June, but this was Midnight Hammer. So it was not XRP related, so that's why the whole market came down. But so right now, you're seeing it, baby. Yeah, you're seeing it from here out at $3. This is the $3 mark. We just went ballistic mid-July, 21%, and we have just retraced 11% from the $3 mark. 11%. So now another pump, and we wonder where the next view is gonna be. So, FY. Now I have some updates for you. Binance removed C-Tag from Pepe, Pengu, and Bonk as they're now more established and less risky. I went all in on this Penguin, and I'm gonna be making a dedicated video on Pengu, FY. And Pengu, they welcome me with open arms. I'm so happy. I mean, they are not following me. I think things are doing well with this community, and I'm not lying to you. I mean, I just wanted to show you. Let me show you here. We're here. So, bunch of even them welcome me. It was really nice, really cute, you know, because that's what you will do. You have like a meme coin, right? Now, listen to this. This is Paul Atkins. The stamp of approval, which is super bullish.
The one great thing about this is that for the first time now, the United States government has put its stamp of approval on a very key and important, potentially very important digital asset that will, I think, help to lower costs, lower risks in the market, because we can now move towards an instantaneous almost settlement of payment versus delivery for securities, thanks to on-chain stablecoins. And that will help, I think, innovation and to really get our markets, and to be the best in the world. The one
that is the SEC chair used to be Gary Gensler. Do you remember what Trump said at the Genius Act, day? Everybody hates Gary Gensler. So, man, it's just fun, when you start seeing the whole community and the whole.
Gary Gensler was the past chairman. The one that was basically taking XRP to court was Gary Gensler. And whatchamacallit. And he is being investigated because Ethereum did the same exact thing that XRP did, right? But the fact that he met with Ethereum and Ethereum paid him a bunch of money, that he let it slide. He didn't even investigate what they were doing. Or at least he made it seem that he did, when in reality all he was investigating was how many zeros were behind that number when Ethereum emailed him saying, hey, here you go, buddy. So he made millions off of Ethereum. So that's kind of like, I think Ethereum should be investigated, because if you're paying someone off in the courts because they come to see you, I mean, that's pretty fucking sketchy, bro. It's illegal. So like what they're thinking is, Gary Gensler's behind the fact that there's no clarity and there's a lot of corruption in the crypto market. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no regulations and stuff, so like a lot of rules have to be applied, for this to become something for the public to use, you know what I'm saying? Because they still need to have it like monitored and stuff. The government's not going to pass a bill on someone else to personally use a currency that they can't control, that they can't watch, that they cannot see where it's going, how it's coming in. You know what I'm saying? Because that would be like having a bank account as a drug dealer. And bam, you're making $2,000 a day. Boom, 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 boom. Like if they see that you're not working or they don't have an income thing, like they can go, yeah, well, how's this guy making $2,000 a day? Bam, he's a criminal. Bagada. So that's just how it works, So like the government always wants control, especially when it comes to money. They don't want you to have access to your money all the time. They don't want you, like if you go to a bank and you're a millionaire, you say like, I want $1 million cash. They don't have it. And then it's funny because if you look at the fine print, like let's say for Chase, FDIC is something that covers your funds. Like if let's say something were to happen and then someone hacks your account or someone steals your information and they take millions of dollars from you or whatever like that, they have insurance on your money. As a financial institution, they need to have insurance on people's money. Now, the minimum they need to cover is $250,000. So if you have $10 million in the bank in Chase and you get hit and they hack your shit, you're only covered $250,000. Yeah, so this is why people are moving from, financial institutions to cryptocurrencies, because it's controlled personally. You know what I'm saying? Like you need a lot of different ways to God, man, people fucking stress me out when they call me and I'm in the middle of shit, and then like, if I don't answer, I don't answer. It's for a reason. But like, Jesus. Anyway, so completely threw me off. One text message completely threw me off, dude. Whatever. So, ouch. See, I don't even remember what the fuck I was talking about. Fucking shit, dude. People fucking frustrate me, dude.
Whole industry come together. That's the way it's supposed to be. Gotta come together. Let's go to Watch Guru. See the.
So there has to be clarity. It took me a second. My brain had to recycle the bullshit people be texting me, dude. So there has to be clarity on the currencies, so that the bank can say, hey, we can give this to the people and they can use it by themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, and actually XRP actually put in their application to become their own bank, their own financial institution. So, dude, these people are applying to become their own bank, like, and you're still over here wondering, oh, is it worth it? Fucking goofy ass. So listen, what you needed to do is have clarity in the crypto space, right? So there had to be clarity as far as what the rules were, and since there wasn't, the SEC and the U.S. government never had clear rules about what you can and can't do with cryptocurrencies, or digital assets, period. So the fact that there was no rules, how are you going to come at me and say, hey, what are you doing? You can't do that. Do what? Where's the rule book? It's like getting pulled over for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did I do? Like, I'm just moving money around. Like, what the fuck? And, they had to prove that they had the money. They had to prove where the money came from, blah, 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 whatever. So they got fined because they couldn't prove where some of the money came from, because it was, they came out, I think, what was it, 2014? So this is a long time ago when it comes to like this kind of technology. So not everybody is well versed on the literature behind it, so, but there was no rules. But just because of the fact that they didn't have anything documented as far as how they made those transactions happen, those motherfuckers actually got fucking sued for that. So the whole fight was for them not to have to pay the fees. All right, so they spent about, I think it was like $200 to $300 million just in court fees alone. So the U.S. government and a bunch of their attorneys made so much money just because of the fact that they were getting sued, which is fucking corrupt as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're benefiting just from putting a paper in and taking me to court, that's wild, bro. That's like against your will. So people are making money. They're monetizing legal activity. That's fucking corrupt. That is corrupt as fuck. Welcome to America. So, so like what they were fighting for was to not pay the fees. The fees were like, the fees were like 185 million or something like that. And they already spent, halfway through court, they spent 200. I remember it was like 2022, the ending of 2022, they spent about 200 million in court fees and lawyer fees alone. And the fee for the whole entire thing was only 185 million. So like, bro, like if they would have known, if they would have projected, hey, we're going to spend this much on court fees, let's just pay it. The problem is if you get a ticket, right, and you just pay it, you're admitting guilt. You're saying, hey, yeah, okay, I pay it. I confirm that that's mine. Because if you got a bill for $100,000, you're like, oh, what the fuck? I didn't do nothing. If you fight it, it makes you look like you're innocent. So they were trying to be as clear as possible. They look good in the eyes of the government. Like, no, what do you mean? We did this. We didn't know that. And plus, ignorance is sometimes a good way to get out of things. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that was the rules. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't make me pay for something I didn't know I was doing wrong. Especially if you don't have established certain rules. So they got taken to court, spent $300 million on court fees, and they said, you know what, fuck it, dude. You know what? We'll pay the fee. Fuck it. Yeah, you guys are making us spend more money than we're gonna make, dude. So like, we're gonna lose money throughout this whole entire court battle. It's gonna go on for years because it has to do with money, of course. And they're just gonna lose. They're just gonna lose at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna lose a lot of money, bro, for no reason. So they settled and they said, listen, they told Gary Gensler, the fucking criminal that's in charge of the SEC. They said, look, fine, we'll pay the fees. He said, okay, cool. Boom. So they're going to court. They already fucking made it known that they're going to pay the fees, and they're just going to say, accept it. Boom. Here's the 185 million. Done. That's it. Now you guys are all rich and shit. Now we're going to go become even wealthier. So now, they're letting the next court date's in August. So this is going to be a very, very, very pivotal year for the crypto market, and you guys are gonna see, because now once that they have, so basically what they're gonna say is that they do have clarity that they are a successful business, that they are a clean company, there's no corruption involved, they do have the money to back up everybody's assets, bro. So as far as the XRP, their holdings are so high that if someone had $100 billion in their account, They have the money to be okay. Boom, you want to deposit into your bank? Boop, here you go. They have that. That's ridiculous. So now you can see why this court was like a joke to them to spend millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars on court only. Well, there's famous people that have never seen $100 million. These motherfuckers are dumping it into court fees. So yeah, man, these guys are solid as fuck.
The latest there, I would like to see. Treasury Secretary Vessett calls for a review of the entire Federal Reserve. So as you know, yesterday I told you how this guy is saying nobody's gonna get me out of my office. So I mean, he's intended to continue all the way till 2026. And Trump is obviously with his Treasury Secretary. He's like, hey, is there a way that we can get him out? Trump says that he's highly unlikely to fire Powell, but you never know. Michael Saylor buys more. Michael Saylor keeps adding and buying more Bitcoin. That is one of the things that people were telling me and asking me during the live yesterday for Sunday Night Live. It was like, should I buy XRP? And I'm like, it's a great price at 344, 330, 350, 360. Because XRP is like Bitcoin or Ethereum. It's an asset that you want to hold for long, not worried to sell because you want to make profits quickly. You can have a trading position on BTCC for XRP, and that one you can sell. But if you're looking to accumulate and accumulate and accumulate for long-term gains, just buy and hold. That's it. It's really, really that simple, right? Solana, 100 billion market cap. So Solana, it's back at 100. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 assets at above 100 billion and only one at above 1 trillion. One is getting closer to $500 billion. One is getting closer to $250 billion. So we're doing very, very well right now. And it's the time to be in crypto. It's the time to be in meme coins. It's the time to be bullish. And today, it's going to be the end of my $750 giveaway. So later today, I'm going to close it. So if you still have time and check it out, follow the instructions. And I want to thank you guys for stopping by. It's not happening.
So yeah, there it is, bro. So I made this video kind of long. I stressed it out talking shit, but that's what I do, bro. You know what I'm saying? I make these videos so that I can remember how smart and diligent I was, how I moved with all this stuff. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it. This video is for me anyway. So I know you're looking back on this and you're a millionaire, so congratulations. You fucking deserve it. You fucking you had a lot of risks. You had a lot of bullshit happen to you. So, I'm very, very proud of the success that I've made. Because right now I'm probably watching this from a boat on a big old projector in the ocean. How the fuck would that work? Anyways, 42 minutes, loud. Time to go. Later, Saul.